honors a man. This is how King Xerxes honors a man. This is how King Xerxes honors a man.
Well, there's a sight you don't see every day. That man on horseback is Mordecai, who stands guard at the palace gate. The man leading him, however, is Haman, second in command over the whole empire. And obviously, he's not too thrilled about his current assignment. It's a very interesting situation. But enough about them. Let's talk about me. I'm Hester, and I live here in the city of Susa, capital of the mighty Persian Empire. And this is a story I'd like to call Hester, Queen of Persia. But I can't, because it's really the story of Esther, Queen of Persia. Let me tell you how this all began. About 9 years ago, King Xerxes decided to throw a party in his majestic palace gardens. He invited the leaders of the 127 provinces he ruled, from governors to military commanders, to celebrate his fabulous wealth and success. This lasted for 6 months. After that, Xerxes threw another party, and this time he invited everyone in the city of Susa. The guests drank from gold cups, each with a different design, while the men partied outside in the gardens. Her Royal Majesty, Queen Vashti, gave a party for all the women inside the royal palace. By the 7th straight day of partying, King Xerxes had drunk a lot of wine.
Haman, where are my 7 personal servants?
Your Majesty, they are right behind you.
Oh, yes, I knew that. Servants? I have shown off the vast beauty and splendor of my city. I have but one last treasure, my beautiful queen, Queen Vashti. Her hair flowing like the Nile, her smile more brilliant than the sunrise in Arabia. Bring her to me. Oh, and tell her to bring her crown. She is the queen after all.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, but do you have an appointment to see the Queen?
We're on official business. Now step aside, woman.
Yes, sister. Why don't you go and sweep something?
Queen Vashti, the king awaits your presence in the palace garden.
He wants you to come now and make sure you bring your crown.
Now? Can't you see I'm entertaining guests?
He really wants to show you off to all of his guests.
Show me off, Willie. Well, you can tell the king that I'm not a vessel he can use whenever he chooses. I'll be down when I'm good and ready. Reba, show these little boys to the door.
With pleasure, my lady.
Where's my beautiful queen?
Well, Your Majesty, she regrets to inform you that she cannot join you at the moment.
She said what?
To be more precise, sire, she said she would come when she's good and ready, and she called us little boys.
Summon my 7 high officials.
You called, Your Majesty?
What took you so long? My wife, Queen Vashti, has refused my summons. According to our laws, what should I do?
Your Majesty, the Queen has insulted your authority and that of every leader in the Persian Empire. When the women of your kingdom get word of this, None of them will respect or obey their husbands. It will be a disaster, Your Majesty. I suggest you write an irreversible law banishing her from your presence forever. Then you can find a new queen who will respect and obey you. When the women of your great kingdom get word of this, they will change their tunes.
I like it. I really like it. Brilliant. Just brilliant, Memucan. Make it so. Guards! Fetch the queen!
Look, girls, my husband sent his little toy soldiers. What brings you here, boys?
The king has ordered your exile. We're here to take you away.
Exile? You must be joking. I'm the queen, and I order you to leave now! Get out of my way!
Why, I oughta.
I'm the queen, and I'll have you hanged for this. And so, Xerxes sent Queen Vashti into exile, and his officials wrote letters to every province in the empire, spreading the news, telling them that husbands should have complete control over their wives and children.
Vashti, why did you do this to me? Why did you disobey me? Oh, Vashti.
King Xerxes' anger faded, but he still felt betrayed. He couldn't take his mind off what Vashti had done to him.
Vashti, it wasn't my fault, it was yours. You disobeyed me. You, not me. But why did you have
Your Majesty,
to
your milk and cookies?
Your Majesty, is everything all right?
I can't sleep. Keep thinking about how Vashti rejected me in front of my own people. I had to make a law just to put a stop to her disobedience.
Your Majesty, this is a serious matter. I think it's time to initiate our plan.
You mean Operation Persian Idol?
The very one.
King Xerxes, you need a new queen. We'll search the empire for the most beautiful young women in each province and bring them here to your wife's quarters in Susa.
They will receive beauty treatments and be trained in ways of pleasing the king, exhibiting grace, charm, and showing proper respect.
I like it. I really like it. Brilliant. Just brilliant. You've outdone yourselves this time, boys.
Once you've seen them all, you can pick the girl you like best to be your new queen. But who will train them and see their beauty treatment?
There's only one name for that job. Hey, guy.
Hey, guy. Make it so. Hey!
Ladies, can you please form a line right here? I need your province, name, and age.
I'm like Ashamaya from Afghanistan, and I'm 18.
I'm Chloe from Cappadocia, and I'm 18 and a half.
Iran from Egypt, and I'm 18 and 3/4.
Like most kings, Xerxes had numerous wives, and Haggai was the man who looked after them. Now, he was put in charge of finding the perfect woman to become queen. He had his work cut out for him.
Next.
I'm Bayara from Babylonia, and I'm 18 and 7/8.
I'm Hester from Persia, and I'm 19. Almost.
Gather around, ladies. This is a chance of a lifetime to be with the man himself, King Xerxes. All of you will become his wives, but only one of you will steal his heart and become queen. The next year, you'll be given beauty treatment and will learn how to walk, talk, dress, and smell like royalty. You must learn to step with grace, stand with poise, speak with restraint, and above all, show respect to the king. You've got to think positively. If you're going to make it as queen, you've got to tell yourself, I am charming, I am graceful, I am the most beautiful girl to walk the earth. I can do it. I and I alone. Let me hear you say it, ladies. I have the beauty.
I have the beauty.
I have the skills.
I have the skills.
I want this more than anything.
I want this more than anything.
I will be queen.
I will be the queen.
Who deserves to be queen more than me?
Sorry I'm late. I'm here for the tryouts.
Oh my.
Whoa, baby!
Remember the guy on horseback, Mordecai? Well, he had a young cousin whose parents had died, so he adopted her. She was chosen to compete for the title of queen. Her name was Esther, and she wasn't a bad-looking girl. Oh, who am I kidding? She was beautiful. She had charm, she was humble, and she really was the sweetest, nicest girl I've ever known. I can't stand her. Well, if you can't beat them, join them. Mordecai always looked out for Esther and told her how to keep herself out of trouble. Mordecai knew that the city of Susa was not always a safe place for Jews, so he told Esther never to tell anyone.
And now, live from King Xerxes' palace in beautiful downtown Susa City, it's the Miss Susa pageant. All contestants will become his wives, but only one will be crowned Queen of Persia. Now, let's join the pageant already in progress. This concludes the swimsuit competition. Now for the talent portion of tonight's show.
Hit it! I just flew into Susa City, and boy, are my arms tired. I get no respect.
And now, the part that you've all been waiting for. Who will be tonight's big winner? Will it be Miss Cappadocia, Miss Babylonia, Miss Persepolis, Miss India, Miss Egypt? Watch your step, Miss Nineveh. Miss Nineveh. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Miss Persia. Miss Sousa. Well, it looks like the judges have made their decision.
Any of us girls would have been a prize catch, if I do say so myself. But it quickly became clear that Esther was everyone's favorite. She was our favorite, too. Everyone loved her. She cared about all of us.
The decision of our judges is final. The results have been tabulated and verified by the accounting firm of Abacus and Abacus.
That blasted ambassador from Assyria! He said it to my face that they should not have to pay taxes to Persia!
I hear he's in a good mood. I'm gonna go give your formal introduction. You wait here till I give you the signal. When I get finished with him, he'll be speechless.
I would have loved to stay and watch his execution, but I have a new girl to meet tonight. Where is that blasted Haggai with the blasted girl? Who is it? Oh, it's you.
I beg your forgiveness, my lord. Your new bride for the evening is on her way in right now. But she's not your regular sort of girl. She is the best one we could find on short notice. But she's 63.
What?
63 years of age, my lord. I know it's a bit outside the marriageable range, but she was the only woman left in the province of Partha that was not married. Perhaps that's because she only has one eye left.
What? You cannot be serious.
Oh, and my lord, please do not stare at the hump on her back. She becomes quite self-conscious if you think you've noticed it. She may scream uncontrollably for hours on end. Oh, here she comes. Congratulations, my lord. Enjoy your honeymoon.
Haggai, you pathetic excuse for a matchmaker! I'll have your head for this! Take her away! I can't bear to lay eyes on this Parthian crone. If you value your life, get rid of this hag with her one eye and her.
Your Majesty.
Hubba.
I'm the biggest, baddest king on the earth. My mom was scared of me at my birth. Even friends describe me as bloodthirsty, but my heart has found a deeper need. I love to crush my enemies, but girl, you brought me down to my knees. Oh, baby, baby, yeah. Esther, girl, you slay me. Esther, girl, you slay me. But Esther, girl, obey me, or you'll end up like Queen Vashti. Oh, baby, baby, yeah!
Oh, Your Majesty, that was so beautiful.
Call me Xerxes.
As you can imagine, it wasn't long before Xerxes declared his love for Esther and gave her the title Queen of Persia. Not long after, the two men who guarded the king's rooms, a couple of thugs named Teresh and Bigthana, got angry with the king, who had offended them somehow, which makes no sense at all because the king offends everybody at some point. But these two guys decided to kill the king. Unfortunately for them, Mordecai discovered their plot. He warned Queen Esther about it and begged her to report it to the king. She did, and the traitors were caught. The king sent them to the gallows, where they were hanged.
Lord Haman, we have something to talk about before we go in to see the king.
There's a man who's been giving us quite a lot of trouble. His name is Mordecai.
Mordecai?
Yes, Mordecai. Whenever you walk through the palace gates, we all bow down to show you respect, as the king has ordered us.
Except that old man, Mordecai.
We asked him several times why he refused to bow down to you. Each time he said the same thing.
I am a Jew.
A Jew?
Yes, does this mean anything to you?
It does. They are members of an obscure religious tribe. These Jews believe that there's only one God.
So, to bow down to a man will violate their faith?
Faith? Bah! Mordecai should be killed for refusing to honor Haman, the king's best friend.
Yes, but killing that old man wouldn't be enough. Not nearly. Those Jews attacked my great ancestor Agag, the king of Amalek. They killed him and destroyed his nation. My family has lived with that shame ever since. But now the tables are turned. It simply wouldn't be enough to punish Mordecai. All the Jews will have to die for this insult.
How can we help you, Lord Haman?
Fetch the Purim! Now let our gods tell us this time to kill all the Jews.
7,11.
Baby needs a new pair of sandals.
Luck be a lady tonight.
12! The Purim has spoken. It is time to attack on the 12th month, the month of Adar.
That gives us almost a year to prepare.
Boys, scram!
Bigtha?
Yes, Your Majesty?
Where's Haman? I called for him, 2 hours ago?
He's almost here, Your Majesty.
Open the doors!
Lord Haman, you have been invited into the presence of the king. You may now enter. Guards, stand down.
Your Majesty, what good fortune that you should have summoned me. For just now I learned of a matter of some urgency.
Oh, really?
My agents have discovered a secretive group of foreigners who refuse to obey our treasured Persian customs and standards of decency. These insolent dogs are in every province of the empire. Your Majesty, the only way I can see for you to remove this threat is that you sign an irreversible law ordering that they be attacked and killed. Think of all the silver we could take from them in just 12 months.
Yada, yada, yada. Don't bother me with the details. Just do it. Here's my signet ring, Haman. I trust you. Oh. And keep the money for yourself.
Truly an honor, my king. You won't regret this.
Hear ye, hear ye! By order of the king, on the 13th day of the last month of this year, all Jews of this city must be killed, no exceptions. Their property is to be seized for the benefit of the kingdom.
We'll buy some lambs from Judea, some olives from the coastal region.
Oh, the king is going to love this dinner.
I hope so.
My lady,
What's wrong, Chloe?
you know the old man who stands guard at the palace gate? The one who used to come by and check on you?
His name is Mordecai.
I saw him in the city square, sobbing and moaning.
And he's wearing these dark, rough-looking clothes, like the sacks we used to carry food. And he's filthy. I think his head was covered in ashes.
Sackcloth and ashes. He must be in mourning. Girls, take some clean robes to Mordecai, quickly.
My lady.
He refused to wear them.
Go. Hey, Thack, come quickly.
My lady?
Hey, Thack, you've been a faithful servant ever since the king gave you to me. Now I have a special mission for you. Do you know Mordecai?
You mean the old Jew who sits at the palace gate?
He's my cousin, who raised me after my parents died, and he's in mourning. Find him and ask what's wrong. Tell his answer to no one but me.
Right away, Queen Esther.
What's wrong? I've just seen a death warrant put out on my people. It was Haman who put the king up to this. He promised the king that his treasury would swell with all the property stolen from the Jews he plans to kill. Hey, Thack, this was an order that was read here in Susa. Take it to my cousin Esther and ask her to go before the king and beg for mercy for the sake of her people, the Jews.
Yes, my lord.
This is horrible news. But tell Mordecai I can't just walk into the king's throne room. He knows very well the law about approaching the king. No one may go into his throne room without being invited, or he will be put to death. The only way your life will be spared is if he holds out the tip of his golden scepter to you. An audience with the king is made by his invitation only, and it's been a month since he's called for me.
Tell Esther these words. If the Persians do indeed launch an attack, we will get help from somewhere. But I won't be able to rescue you. You're on your own. I'm afraid that lovely palace of yours will become your tomb. I know I'm asking you to risk your life on this dark day, but perhaps you were made queen for such a day as this.
Tell Mordecai I will do as he asks. But first, have all the Jews in Susa fast for the next 3 days. My maids and I will do the same. Then I will go before the king and pray he does not order my death.
Milady?
Yes, Hallie?
I don't understand what you're having us to do. You haven't eaten in 3 days, so we've been preparing a feast and pulling out the best of your royal robes. You've hardly said a word to us. Is something about to happen?
Yes, I'm going to see the king today.
What? I didn't know he had called for you.
He hasn't.
Girls, emergency! We have work to do.
Write it, definitely.
Perhaps I was made queen for such a time as this.
Open the doors.
Are you sure you want to do that? I don't think you're on the list.
Open the doors.
Do it yourself. It's your funeral. Queen Esther, I didn't realize you were on the... Wait, you're not on the list.
I must see the king.
But he didn't summon you. You could be killed.
Esther? It's all right, boys. She's with me. It's been a while, my dear. What brings you before my throne today? It must be urgent for you to come in here like this. Ask, and up to half my empire is yours.
Your Majesty, all I wish is for you to come to my chambers this evening and enjoy a special dinner I am preparing for you.
For me?
Yes, you and your faithful servant, Haman.
Harbona, fetch Haman. We have a dinner to attend.
Thank you, lowly servant. Queen Esther, I do believe this is the finest crow I've ever enjoyed.
Thank you. My servants, lowly though they be, worked hard on it. You can never underestimate the lowly.
My darling, I can't believe that you came to me today merely for a dinner invitation. Esther, do you need something? Ask for it, and up to half my empire will be yours.
Your Majesty, if you really care about me, then let me again have the pleasure of your company tomorrow night for dinner, and I will answer your question then. Your company, and of course my Lord Haman's.
We would be honored, my dear.
You should have dinner with I'm doing something.
Lord Haman!
I just had dinner with the queen.
He just had dinner with the queen.
Wow. Hey! I just had dinner with the queen. Wow. Your Majesty.
I didn't know there was a queen.
Ow!
I just had dinner with the queen.
Knock yourself out, Peacock.
That's Lord Peacock. I mean, Lord Haman to you.
Whatever.
Anybody there? Anybody home?
Yes.
I just had dinner with the queen.
Oh, you're so important.
I just had dinner with the queen. I said, I just had dinner with the queen. Oh man, don't you have sense enough to rise when a man of respect stands before you?
I always rise in the presence of a great man. You should let me know when you see one.
I'll get you for this, Mordecai.
Order up! Feast of yeast! Cleaned and cleaned.
Oh, thank you for this meal. Oh, we're so grateful.
Oh, stop it.
Darling, you're home.
Mordecai. Who does he think I am? I'm Haman, second only to the king of Persia. I'm richer beyond your wildest dreams. I have many sons. I am the king's close confidant, and Queen Esther invited me to dinner in her chambers. When I walk down the streets, men bow down before me, except that Jew, Mordecai. The very sight of him makes me miserable.
Oh, Poopsie. You just need to get rid of that old Mordecai. Why don't you build a gallows and hang him from it?
Yes. Yeah, build it on top of a tower. Make it tall, 70 feet.
No, make it 75-foot tower.
No, wait. Make it a 76-foot tower.
I will build a tower. A 10-foot tower.
Have your men build it today. Go to the king tomorrow and ask his permission to hang Mordecai from it. I think I can speak for all of us when I say you will certainly get what you deserve.
I can't wait till tomorrow. I'll start construction right away and go to the king tonight. There's my dear. I'm brilliant.
And to think, his mother didn't want him to be a politician.
Your Majesty?
I can't sleep. Read to me from my records what has happened since I took the throne 12 years ago.
12 years ago?
Yes, 12.
Once upon a time, there was a king that ruled over the city of Susa named Xerxes.
You mean a great king in the city of Susa named Xerxes?
Right, a great king named Xerxes who ruled over the city of Susa. In the first year of the reign of King Xerxes, mightiest of the kings in the Persian Empire, had a pageant to see who would be your queen. You chose Esther. Then, in the 7th year of the reign of King Xerxes, the despised traitors Teresh and Big Thana, the king's bodyguards, plotted to assassinate him. But the king's loyal servant Mordecai discovered the plot and reported it to Queen Esther.
Yes, go Mordecai!
The plot was foiled and the king's life was saved.
Yay! Hey, I remember that. That was, 5 years ago. How did I repay Mordecai?
Well, sire, well, it says here, no, maybe it's, sire, you did, nothing.
What? Who goes there?
Sire, it is Lord Haman.
Oh, just the man I wanted to see. Call him in. Haman, how good to see you. What would you do if you really wanted to honor a man?
Honor a man. Your Majesty, I would, have a high official present the man with one of your royal robes. Seat him on one of your own horses, a great charger with a splendid headdress. Then lead the man through the city while yelling out, "This is how King Xerxes honors a man."
I like it. I really like it, Haman. Brilliant. Just brilliant.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Well, you're my highest official. You get the assignment.
What?
Make it so, number one. Do everything you just told me. Don't forget a thing. Get my robe and my horse and head over to the palace gate. He's on duty there.
Who, Your Majesty?
You know, that old man, Mordecai.
Mordecai? Corgus! This is how Xerxes honors a man.
And that's how we ended up here. Poor Haman. Have you ever seen a more wretched man? Can you imagine the misery, the sheer humiliation? This must be the worst day of his life. I gotta see how this ends.
This is how Xerxes honors a man.
Lord Haman. Oh, thank you for this meal. Oh, we're so grateful. Oh,
Stop it!
Haman?
The king just had me lead a parade to exalt the man who saved his life.
Is this bad?
The man was Mordecai, the Jew.
This is bad.
Really bad.
Really very bad.
What?
If Mordecai is a Jew, then this could be the end of your career. Or worse.
Lord Haman, we've been searching all over for you.
We have to leave for the palace immediately before you're late for the queen's dinner.
What delights must await you at Queen Esther's?
Give me a minute!
We need to hurry to Queen Esther's.
We're all been waiting for you. Let's talk about this. We don't have any time to talk. No.
Esther, here we are for the second evening. There must be something you want. Name it, and up to half my empire will be yours.
My lord, my husband, I am begging you to save my life and the lives of all my people. For someone in your administration has promised a reward to anyone who kills us.
What? Who is this man?
He's the one who decreed that all of us Jews should be killed. Your servant, Haman.
You're a Jew? I didn't know you're a Jew. I can explain all this. Please! I have a wife. I have many sons. They need me. I need me. I'm important. Oh!
Zerky!
Haman, you are wearing me out. Now you are attacking my wife in my own palace? Guards!
The king ordered Haman to be hung from his own gallows, which he had built for Mordecai.
It's time for the hood. Remove his hat.
Nobody touches the hat.
Pipe down.
What? Never seen a genius before?
And so ended the life of Haman, the man who hated the Jews. But the threat to the life of every Jew in the Persian Empire was not yet gone. So Esther returned to the king's throne room. With her came Mordecai.
Well, this is it.
Open the gates for Queen Esther.
You sure you want to do that? You know you're not on the list.
Do as he says.
Okay, it's your funeral.
Despite their newfound wealth and power, they knew there was only one way to rescue the Jews from their unspeakable doom.
Your Majesty, they're not on the list.
Xerxes, please stop Haman's plan before all the Jews are killed.
Let her go. Come, my queen. You too, Mordecai.
Haman already sent letters to every province in your empire, commanding that the people should kill the Jews wherever they should be found. I can't bear to lose my relatives, my family, my people. Only 9 more months and they will be hunted down and killed. Xerxes, my king, my husband, save me and my people.
I had Haman hanged for his treachery. Everything he owned now belongs to you. Cannot reverse the law that Haman wrote. It was sealed by my ring. It's the law forever. But I can give you permission to write another law. Here's my ring, the symbol of my power. It will seal your law so that it can never be reversed or changed. I trust that between an old man's wisdom and a young woman's courage, you will find a way to save your people.
Now I know that you really do love me.
Go. You have work to do.
And so, in the 3rd month of the year, the king's secretaries made copies of a new law, written in every language used throughout the empire, including the Jewish language, and sent them to the governors and leaders of every province.
Hear ye, hear ye. By order of the king, on the 13th day of the last month of this year, all Jews of this and every city of the empire may band together and defend themselves against their enemies. They may attack anyone who attacks them and destroy all of their enemies. The property of their fallen enemies shall belong to the Jews.
The 13th day of the 12th month came, and all over the Persian Empire, the enemies of the Jews planned to destroy them. But the Jews turned the tables on their enemies. In every province across the empire, the Jews banded together to defend themselves. The fighting lasted for 2 days, and in the city of Susa alone, 800 enemies of the Jews were killed. With Haman dead and the war against the Jews over, Mordecai wrote down everything that had happened. Esther wanted to give her full authority to Mordecai's command. With his help, she wrote a letter of her own.
We pray that you will all live in peace and safety. From now on, every Jew must celebrate the festival called Purim. It was named for the lots that were cast by our enemies when they wanted to destroy us. Follow the instructions we give you for celebrating the feast and also for fasting. These commands are sealed by the authority of Queen Esther.
I like it.
Me too.
So they made copies for all 127 provinces in King Xerxes' empire. And that's what I call special delivery. To India. Yeehaw! because it's really the story of Esther, Queen of Persia. Let me tell you how this all began. A few years ago.
Hey, back away.
Esther, Queen of Persia. But I can't.
Action.
Your Majesty, this is a serious matter. I think it's time to initiate.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Hey, Mark, I think.
Hey, Zach. Just go.
Hold there. Laughing.
My darling.
That took forever.
I'm sorry.
What is it? It's not what you think. I just want to know this. Please.
I'm sorry.
What?
Pull this back. Kind of pull this back. Yeah, there you go. Close your eyes. Shake this back and forth, and then look back at the audience. Okay.
Action.
Now let me hear you say it, girls. I have the beauty.
I have the beauty.
I have the skills.
I have the skills.
I'm gonna be queen.
I'm gonna be queen.
I messed up.
My lady, Lord Haman has convinced King Xerxes to sign a law to kill all the Jews in the kingdom.
He did what?
I'm serious. You've got to hurry.
Action.
We'll buy some lambs from Judea, some olives from the coastal region.
Oh, the king is going to love this dinner.
I hope so.
Lady. Thanks. I needed that. You know the old man.
Action.
Your Majesty.
Whoa. Quiet, please. Get back in your position. Get comfortable. Don't move. And speeding, looking right. Speeding.
Action.
And that's what I call special delivery. To India. Yeah!
I got it. Use it.